Students of ICSE Chemistry 2026 exam has just finished. And in this video, we will be solving section A and question 2 and 3. I have already solved question 1 of MCQ and the solutions are already posted on YouTube. So you can go through that and you can comment over there how many are the marks expected or anticipated by you. Now we come to question number 2. So question number 2 and 3 will be solved out here. We are coming to question number 2. Our question number 2 given below is the industrial process of manufacture of ammonia gas, means Haber's process. Study the diagram to answer the following questions. Name the process, Haber's process, correct? That is your 1 mark. Which is the catalyst used over here? Finely divided iron. I'm not writing because it's too simple. In the above diagrammatic setup, how is ammonia separated from the unreacted gases to obtain liquid ammonia will be liquefaction. Reason being that ammonia is easily liquefiable, whereas the unreacted gases, that is H2 and N2, they are not liquefiable. Which are the 2 properties of ammonia gas that can be demonstrated by fountain experiment? Number 1 property, it is highly soluble in water, into bracket 1 volume of water dissolves 702 volumes of ammonia gas. And second one, the basic nature, because it turns neutral litmus solution into blue colored jet. Okay, so that is your 4 mark question. 4 is done. Let us come to the second one. Identify the following terms and compounds. The compound which reacts with water to give acetylene gas. Acetylene gas is ethane gas. With water, it is going to give you calcium carbide reacting with water, giving you this. So the compound is calcium carbide. I'm not writing, I'm only discussing this fast. If you written that, you can give yourself 1 mark. The gas evolved when sodium propionate is heated with soda lime. Now some of you may need to start little bit of working over here. Prop means 3 carbons, so it will be CH3, CH2 and COONA is sodium propionate or propanoate. And it is with soda lime means NaOH and CaO. So you will have decarboxylation reaction taking place. This H will go with this and it will give me CH3 single bond CH3 means C2H6. So which is the gas evolved? It is ethane. So it is your ethane. Let us come to C. Reddish brown precipitate when ferric chloride reacts with an alkali will be FeOH thrice. But we can't write like this. You will have to say ferric hydroxide, or you can say iron 3 hydroxide. Do not write the formula. If you written the formula, you will not get the marks. The pair of electrons present in an atom which is not shared with any other atom during the bond formation is the lone pair definition. So it is the lone pair. Relative molecular mass of substance expressed in gram of a substance, they are saying, and it's the molecular mass. So it is gram molecular mass, correct? And it will be GMM, but don't write GMM. You will have to spell it out as gram molecular mass. So that gives you 5 marks of question 2, second part. Let us come to the match the columns. Your A, CuO plus C, Cu and Co. Can you see oxygen has been removed? So it is reduction that has happened. So this is 3. Al plus 3 electrons. It is gain of electrons, so it is reduction. Where is reduction? Now reduction is over here.
Ma'am, the first one will be a redox reaction.
So now we are thinking, no, this is your 3 also. So you cannot have 3 and 3. So Cu is getting removal of oxygen. So this is reduction. but carbon is gaining, that means it is getting oxidized. So oxidation reduction simultaneously, so it will be redox. So it is not 3, it is 4 here. Okay, you understood how I thought about it. So right, correct. Now this
Yes,
one
ma'am.
is Pb 2 plus and 2Br. This is electrolytic dissociation. Only thing is that they should have put one reversible arrow here. They have shown only direct arrow. Dissociation, correct? Unless we look at it as ionization. Let us see if it's a trick question, okay? Let us look at it. So this is your, you could say ionized, no, ionization will be molecules into ions. So this is ionization. This is your 2, and this one is loss of electron means oxidation. So this is 1. So this will be fifth one, dissociation, but they should have given reversible arrow. This was 4 and this was 3. Okay, so this is how it is, your full marks. Okay, we come to the fourth one. Fourth one will be complete the following statements with the correct option. The oxide that dissolves within caustic potash will be your amphoteric, which means it will have to be ZNO, because it will give you K2ZnO2 in, uh, in the alkali. So B, reaction that takes place at anode during electrolysis of molten lead bromide. At anode, you will have Br migrating. So you have Br, 1 minus minus 1 electron gives you Br, and this whole thing is multiplied by 2. So which reaction? Definitely not this. It will be this reaction, correct? So you write for B, this one. Okay. The volume occupied by 8 grams of oxygen gas at STP is so many liters. Now let us look at oxygen as a molecule is O2. So it will have its GMM equal to 16 to 32 grams. Correct? Now they are saying this 32 grams will be 1 mole. So it will be, I'm just writing here 1 mole so that I don't get confused. And the volume will be 22.4 liters at STP. But we have 8 grams. So can you see this is 1/4? So here also the volume will be 1/4 of this. That will be 5.6. It is 5.6 liters. Okay, if you can't understand this, then you can write it separately and work it out. Okay, we come to the D part. This does not give hydrogen gas when reacts with cold very dilute nitric acid. Now cold very dilute nitric acid is Mn and Mg. So Mn is here, which is not here, Cu. So it will be Cu. You don't write copper the way they have given, that only you have to provide, unless you say D and you'll say Cu and write over there copper. Okay, you could write this way also, preferably this way. Dash is a polar covalent compound. This is the non-polar one, this is the polar one, so this will be HCl. Now quickly you must write down your estimated marks in the comments as I'm solving this. Let us come to IUPAC names. The longest chain is this. This is the functional group. So 1, 2, no. No. I made a mistake. Longest chain of carbon atoms is this. Okay. So it is not a prop, it is a bute. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the first carbon. This is the second one. Second one has got OH. So it is bute, all single bonds. So N dash, second carbon has got OH group, so OL. So butane 2 all. Second one, which is the longest chain here? Not this, it will be this chain. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the third carbon is methyl. So it is 3 methyl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means pent. All single bonds, so pentane. Okay, so we have got 2 marks here. Let us come to the structural diagram. Structural diagram, butanol. But means 4 carbons. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4. Aldehyde means it will be double bond O and single bond H. And this will be CH2, this will be CH2, and this will be CH3. So we will write all H's like this, and that becomes your butanol. Pent 2 ine, 1, 2, 2 ine. So I'm putting here triple bond for ine, 3, 4, 5. That is pent 2 ine. This carbon will be with CH3. It will be with H3. This is already 4 valencies. This carbon 4 valencies complete. This will be H and H, and this will be H, H and H. Okay, so we have second one done. Now the isomer of N-butane. Now N-butane for the third one. So I'm going to write this side N-butane for my reference, and N-butane will be 4 carbons, and I'll keep this ready for my thinking, and then I'll take this CH3 and I'll attach it somewhere here, either below or above this carbon. So this is your all H's here. Just make sure that these are separated, these two H's, and this is the isomer of N-butane. Now better to write its IUPAC name also. It's a prop. So second carbon has methyl. So 2-methyl propane. And we have finished with section A. Relatively easy paper. In the next video, I will solve question 3 and 4 for the section B, and that's how we will move on to the next solution. Write in the comments how much we are getting in question 2